What's good, YouTube and the denizens of the webway? It's your boy Cotton here for another video, doing another dwarf build against the vampire counts. Now, this build is specifically geared towards the vampire counts, and I find like a very good success rate of probably like 7 or 8 out, maybe probably more like 8 or 9 out of 10 that works against the vampire counts. So for my forces here, I have minus the blasting charges. I got 2 of them, 3 of them, spread out. I don't like putting my miners in the front. I know a lot of people do that, but I like to put them in the second line where they can support my dwarf warriors here and iron breakers. So my front line here is the warriors of Dragonfire Pass that has the fire attacks, iron breakers, and longbeards, supported by 3 Bugman Rangers here. Now the Bugman Rangers are very important. Probably like the second important thing about this army is kind of like the crux, along with the Slayers here. I have 3 Slayers. So 3 Miners of Blasting Charges, 3 Longbeards, and 1 unit of Iron Breakers here with the Thane that has the 22 resistance to fire. Well, not resistance. He applies a weakness to fire against foes. So what I like to do with the Thane is either put him with the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass here, or with the Iron Breakers, along with the blasting charges in the back. Also have my boy Belagar Ironhammer. He's one of my favorites. He's my boy. He always gets me through the day. So as for the vampire counts over here, he has Manfred on his dragon, and he brought a lot of spells. You can see a lot of spells. So it could have been a newer player. I think it was at the end of the day, but I've had success with this build like a lot against the vampires. So he has Black Knights here, Black Knights on the flank, with some bats as well. 2 White Kings, spears. Like 5 spears. That's a lot of spears. 4 units of zombies, and then Graveguard, great weapons, and Graveguard. Okay, let's get this fight going. So he's coming in on the flanks with his cav and his bats, but obviously since I can see them, I'm just getting my Slayers in a good position to where they can protect my Bugman's Rangers. Now, my plan is to have the front ranks engage and then have the miners blast away his chaff. That's the most important thing, is just blasting away the chaff, so you can really get to the crux of his army here, which is the Graveguard and Manfred himself. So what you do with the Bugmans is that since vampire counts don't have the best armor, you use your Bugmans to fire upon either the Lord himself or Terror guys or Var guys, uh, any of his monsters, because they're going to be pretty lightly armored themselves. So you don't really need Thunderers. You can get away with Bugs and Strangers, and the Bugman Rangers heal themselves, and they have charge against large foes. So they're ultimately the best unit that you can use against the vampire accounts. So already underway. I'm focus fire. I'm just trying to clear some chaff here, and I already started shooting at his great weapons right here as well. And I have my Slayers to support my flanks. Now I did kind of mess up here. I was more focused over here than I was over here, so I did move my Slayers around. And a nice blasting charge right there. See, clear away the chaff, shoot at his most high valuable targets, and then your dwarven lines are gonna hold. They will hold. You're gonna have a good amount of time. He does try to slip through with his spears right here, and he does get a nice charge with his Black Knights against my Bugman Strangers. But since they're so tough, and they're not Blood Knights, luckily, that these Rangers' damage is going to be pretty mitigated. They did lose 5 units though, but here comes my Miners to hold up this flank, and here comes my Slayers along with Belagar. So I'm going to be able to get them out. These Miners are holding up these Spearmen very well, and look, my front line is holding. Iron Breakers, will hold all day against zombies. Those gonna dissipate, and they're already throwing their He actually used the invocation of a heck there. So had he not used that invocation, my Thane would be winning very handily, I believe. But he does pop his heroic blow, so he's doing some good armor piercing damage on me. But see, his bats are gone, and now his mobility's gone, and that was just with one charge, and he got a little bit halfway on my health for these bugmans right here. But I still have 2 full units along with my slayers. Manfred's trying to come in. He's trying to find a home, but as he's doing that, I get to shoot the piss out of him. These miners will hold all day against spears, and he does do what he's supposed to. He summons his unit of zombies, and he gets his other Black Knights coming. He did waste a lot of Winsome Mech though on the Slayers. It's not a very good spell against loose formation units like that. But since he summoned the zombies on my Bugmans, I'm just gonna move my Bugmans out the way, have the Slayers take out these Black Knights, have my other Slayers right here clear up the zombies. Now it's not the best that you use Slayers against zombies, but it's a summon unit, and the Slayer's gonna make quick work of them anyway. But he does finally break through on my miners right here, and that was 4.5 minutes it took him to do that, just to rout off one unit. But I had the secondary unit of Longbeards right here just for that purpose, to come in and to stop him up while my supporting fire comes in. Now he's surrounded. Now he's surrounded by Slayers with just a summon unit, so that's gonna dissipate. I wanted to bail out my Thane because the White King was starting to get the best of him. That's why I wanted him with the Warriors Dragonfire Pass here. And they are getting chopped up by the Graveguard, but they're starting to put in some good attacks on them as well. But if the Thane was there, they probably actually would be winning that fight. But since he's with the Ironbreakers, it's totally cool. He charges my Buckness with Manfred, but I had a unit of Slayers. I was kind of baiting that as well to just charge in and then charge back in. So I just charged with all my Slayers. One of them being the Dragonback Slayers. Where are they? Slayers, Dragonback Slayers. So now they're gonna provide the slow. And he calls it a day there, I believe. Yep, he calls it a day. So my Thane and Belagar would have definitely destroyed that White King. Dwarves would have gotten, the Slayers would have gotten all over the Manfred right there as well. And I had very good shooting arcs against his Graveguard here, which was really the only other threat that he could pose with the other White King. But they would have gotten shot down and overwhelmed, and so would have Manfred and his other White King. But I'm gonna end the video today there. It's a good showcasing of just how well this dwarf build can do against the vampire counts. Look, 137 kills in just one miner group that got a gold chevron because of it. 84.79. So they just blast away. Like I said, you blast away the chaff. You had a lot of chaff. And then your front line will definitely hold. I mean, look at these numbers: 113, 101, 111. Your Bugmans will survive anything that will come against them, which are dogs and bats. And I have to be very heavy cav to take them out for the most part, besides Black Knights. So Blood Knights and Chill Guys, they would definitely suffer a bit. But that's why you have the Slayers. So the Slayers will be there to protect the Bugmans, and they're gonna do what they do best. They're gonna slay his mobility. So even if he had like Vargos, like he could have brought like Heinrich and Vargos build, which I find a lot of people use against dwarves, but this will work just as well against those. So I'm gonna end it to there, guys. If y'all like this and other videos put out, please like and subscribe. I love some content. Thank you again for making it to the end of the video. Peace out.